Hi guys, welcome back for another video. Today I'm returning with another video on Nantagoch farm. So today on the farm is quite a busy day, so I'll go through everything of what's going on. So we'll start at the top here. At the top here is quite busy. Of course, you would have seen last episode the silage bales, and we've got a good crop there. As you can see, over 115 bales I think silage bales made out of second cut. We did make though a few out of first cut. A field went a bit strong over at the outer farm for the cows, so we mowed that for silage and got a few bales off that. But yeah, so good crop on that. Happy enough with the amount of silage made this year. Maybe a bit too much, but who knows, it might go quicker than what we think. So starting off here, we've got the Land Rover there on the quad trailer. We've been doing some stuff with the sheep, getting them ready to bring back. So yeah, we've been preparing them to bring back to this farm next week. So next episode you'll probably see the sheep coming back to this farm, ready for turning in the tups, and well, of course, and lambing, of course, and then they'll be back over at the outer farm. So yeah, 308 still parked up there. Everything's ready to go, just waiting. So the 3350 is on the big dually bale trailer, and yes, we've got our little load of round bales straw. So this round bale straw I was talking about, we were going to get a few round bale straw for winter feed and possibly even bedding as well. This is barley straw. Barley straw is probably one of the best straw you can feed to cattle. Cattle do love a munch on barley straw, so we bought in a few bales, nice and golden barley straw. That's the way you like it, and hopefully use a bit of it for winter feed, or diet feeder, sorry, to feed in winter time with the silage, because just putting silage in would be a bit bland. But we are going to be putting in some of our crimped barley that we harvested as well. You would have seen that we harvested some of our barley. Well, that is going to be going into feed. We're just waiting there for the miller to come and of course crush it to a dust of some way, because if you just feed cattle barley as it is, it will just go straight through them. It's like sweet corn, it'll just go straight through them, and you'll see it in the dung then a day or two after. So there'd be no point feeding that to them. So that's why you have to crush it up, and in a way it's like dust, and then it properly kicks into the diet, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we've got then the 6125R on the red single bell spike. We were going to use the McHale bell spikes, but we figured out that the squeezers don't open out wide enough to take two off at the time, so we decided just to put on the single bell spike, saving the hassle, and just use that because it's a bit more maneuverable. So yeah, so it's, as I said, it's handy to have a single bell spike at times to do these kind of jobs. So yeah, just spiking in there, and we're going to stack it in front of our small square straw, just in front there. It won't be too out of the way. Worst comes to worst, we'll have to move them out if we need them, or we can boom over with a telehandler bucket just to chuck a few smalls in when we need them, so if they're in the way, of course. And we've got the Manitou there on the pallet tines, and it's taking in the fur. We're having to move the fur, of course, out of there now into this bay, which is all fine. As I said, in the next month or two we are going to be going and picking up a load of fertilizer for the winter, or for next spring, but you know, so yeah, the big dually bale trailer will be going to get them. So these are some of the bags spare, 4 bags spare. So well, one of the bags is in half full because we've been chucking a few buckets into the little Vicon wagtail just to chuck on a few paddocks there for grazing. So yeah, I did do a little modification to these pallet tines. These are the original pallet tines that came with the Manitou. What I did, the pallet tines, you may have realised they were plastic, and I didn't really like the look of them and the way they were performing. So what I did, I took them off and I put on these metal ones that came with the Merlot. I actually have 2 sets of these. because I've had 2 Merlots and I kept the Palatines. So yeah, the Palatines I much prefer. The proper steel Palatines, and I much prefer them. So yeah, I chucked them on and I think they look a lot better. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, unloading the straw there, that'll be stacked in front there. There's the hay. Yeah, we have some smaller round bales hay there, out of the Fusion. We ended up baling a few bales with the Fusion just to see how it did, and how good of hay bales it did. And yeah, we were going to wrap them, but we decided they were good enough as hay, so we chucked them in there. And there's a size difference. You can see the 990 bales are nearly double the size. So, and also someone did mention that you can change the size of the Fusion bale, so thanks for that. Yeah, moving on down, the 7.4's parked up, Marshall cattle trailers parked up, and then here we've got just a few tractors parked up here. The 1494, the Massey 3120 and the TW35, they're just parked up in the front of the pit. They're out of the way because, well, silage kit has been put away, which we'll move on to next. As you can see, all the silage kit is put away and it is cram-packed yet again. You know, we built that shed thinking it might loosen up a bit of space, which it definitely is going to, but because we are going to have to put a few implements in there, such as the topper. The topper, we don't have room for the topper, so yeah, the topper and a few other things will have to go in the top shed, or the tractor shed, so it's no bother. We've had to move the fert spreader down here for the time being, because we don't want to have to faff about moving the fert spreader all the time, because as I said, we are waiting to go and pick up a load of fertilizer. So if we put that back in the bay, we just have to move it again, so there's no point. So we've just put it there out the way, and yeah, so all the kit's in now. We've got the 2 balers, the 990 and the Fusion, the 2 mowers right at the back, the tedder, the mini square baler and the twin row rake, and then some other bits there, just packed in. So yeah, perfect shed really. But maybe next year we'll build another smaller shed next to it just to free up a bit of space, because no doubt next year we'll have some more stuff. Here then we've got the bale squeezers off of the Manitou. You can see they have customized them to fit the Manitou. These squeezers are off a Britain's New Holland LM, and those are the original brackets there, the black ones. You can see they wouldn't really fit, so I put on some silver hooks there that'll hook on properly and stay on. So that's actually worked well, it was ideal. And then moving on, just got a few attachments parked up here. The Mikhail Bell spikes, double bay lifter grab, shear grab, muck grab, power box, grain bucket, post driver, chain arrows, bucket, weight, net holder, pallet and drawbar thing. And then moving on here, we have the New Holland TM 140. Yes, she's off the Fusion and she is straight on to the McConnell hedge cutter. So yeah, we've put the hedge cutter on. It did take us a bit of time and setting up, because with these replica Agri top links, you can actually adjust them, the screwable top links. You might just be able to see the threads there. So yeah, we have to adjust the top link for her to be quite level, because she was sitting quite forward a bit. So yeah, that's one good thing about these top links, you can adjust them. So we adjusted that and she sits on properly. We were going to use a 7430, but I did mention in the previous video, and a lot of you guys also agreed to use the TM on the hedge cutter, just for the pure fact because the 74 is 50k, just over 50k, about 55k. So we need that extra speed on the road if we were going to do road work, which we will, such as going to get fertilizer and other trips, which will be coming along in future episodes. So a lot of you guys did mention chuck the TM on because she's only about 40k, and we should be fine. That leaves then the 7.4 to do road work, as you guys said. So thanks for that as well. So yeah, and then we've got Farmer Bob there just checking the flails. Just got the head there turned up, and Farmer Bob's checking the flails, making sure they don't need to be sharpened. They're actually okay because we've only just got the hedge cut. Of course, this is its first proper season with us, to be honest. And we've also realised as well, she's on a bit of a slant. I don't know if you guys can notice that. so we're gonna have to adjust one of the left link arm there for her to sit a bit level, and then the stands there are up all the way as well. She is sitting a bit low, might have to higher her up a bit, but yeah. And then the weight block with the bit of pipe on the front there to see, of course. So let me know what you guys think of the hedge curtain setup for this year. It would be nice maybe to get a set of flotations for the TM in the near future if she is going to carry on with the hedge cutting, but we'll have to see about that. But yeah, next episode then you'll probably see her out in the field, going to start hedge cutting probably. So yeah, we've got a lot of contracting to do this year of hedge cutting. We've got over 160 acres of hedge cutting to do so far, and we're getting calls in still as well. So just trying to fit everyone in, and of course we've got over 200 acres of ourselves to do as well, about 220ish acres of hedge cutting to do ourselves. So yeah, and then contracting. So it's going to be a long season. It'll probably be about January by the time we finish, but it's fine. We don't need the TM. We have plenty of other tractors to pick from now as we finish silage. So it is a bit sad about the silage season finished, but we've had a good silage season. Of course, previous years we were milking. We were doing we were doing third cuts. Round about this time we'd do third cuts. So, but yeah, so because we've got beef, we don't need to get the third cut. So yeah, but anyway, we'll see next year, see what it brings. Maybe we'll do a few cuts and get a bit lusher grass, but to be honest, I can't complain at all. We've got 2 good big crops of silage, and it wasn't crappy stuff, it was quite quality stuff, so happy about that. But yeah guys, as I said, next episode you're going to see the sheep return to the farm ready for tapping season, and you're also going to see most likely the TM out hedge cutting. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and hopefully we don't hit any barbed wire with the TM, because you guys know that hedge cutting, you don't want to hit any barbed wire or nothing like that, because it is a bugger for wrapping around the head. But yeah, hopefully again you're happy that I've picked the TM to go on the hedge cut for this year. And yeah, so anyway guys, that is pretty much it. And just got the cows down here then enjoying the grazing. These cows will be going from this field by next episode, and they will be in these 2 fields right here, because they've grazed in that field down pretty well already. So, and we're going to need something for the sheep as well. So yeah, enjoyed that little episode. And yeah, work is still plenty of work to do, and we've got plenty of work going on, some interesting episodes coming up as well. So stay tuned, and until the next one, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.